Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top potter on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to go for high quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. In this video, I will be speaking about AUDUSD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect of this market, then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, which are essentially hedge funds, so the big players in the market. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here on this pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which is currently testing and rejecting a quite significant level of previous monthly support, which is now turned resistance at this level. And as we're testing the zone and rejecting it to the downside, we could expect more potential bearish price action. So we have to identify where is the nearest support level that the market might find support at, and at that point reverse with a move higher. Now, what that seems to be is this area here. In fact, from here, all this previous rejection to the upside was created. Again, here, the market had tested the level and rejected it to the upside. So it definitely seems possible that the market might want to go and test this level once again, and only at that point start a rejection to the upside away from the zone. So this means that there is definitely room for some short-term bearish continuation, and only at that point to see a potential reversal higher from a long-term perspective. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now, from a weekly standpoint, it is quite clear how we do have previous weekly support turned resistance at this level. In fact, from here, this rejection to the upside was created. After that, the market broke below the zone, so that previous support was turned resistance here, and currently it is again acting as resistance at this zone, from which bearish price action could be expected. However, if we drop down on the daily time frame, there is a quite important thing that we must notice. At the moment, the market is definitely trapped in a range. We have the top of the range here currently acting as resistance, and we have the bottom of the range here currently acting as support. Now, until the market will remain in between these resistance and support levels, we could simply expect more horizontal price action, meaning more ranging for this market. So we need to see a break either above or below the area in order for something interesting to present itself again on this pair, because until we remain in between these two levels, we could simply expect more horizontal price action, as the market has already been showing. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so what institutions are doing in the market, and we check the data precisely at the AUD, we can see how with the last reports, net positions have been decreased. We went from having minus 43k net positions all the way down to having now minus 96.9k net positions, with 6,800 shorts added with the last report and 10,500 longs getting closed. Now, what we have to keep in mind is that if we're checking the data for the AUD, we're actually already checking AUDUSD, because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. So if we're checking the data at the AUD, we are already looking at AUDUSD. Now, what this shows is that essentially institutions have been moving to the bearish side of the AUD by decreasing their longs quite massively, and shorts remained high. We went from 72,000 longs all the way down to only 36,000 longs. And we still have 133,000 shorts. So clearly the positioning is more to the bearish side of the AUDUSD from an institutional perspective, which further increases the probabilities of a potential continuation lower if we see a break below this range. Because if we see a break above this range, it means that the market could create more bullish price action and only at that point provide a potential move lower. So things here for this pair would not be interesting if we get a break above or if we remain inside of this range. However, if we get a break below the range, at that point after the break, the bottom of the range would become previous support, which at that point would be turned resistance. So if we do get the break on the retest of this previous support and resistance, how we could be approaching a potential move lower. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily time frames combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing, potentially also with students, is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the upside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bullish market that we would have to an intraday bearish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bullish to a bearish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential move lower for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse spot turn to the downside. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and these kind of things, you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to my entire courses with all the rules of the strategies. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is precisely the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software, which puts together everything that we need as a trader all in one interface. And if you scroll lower here, past the testimonials, you will see that at the moment there is a massive special promotion in which you have a huge discount on the upfront price of the program from $497 all the way down to only $97 one-time payment. And if you scroll lower, you will see that at the moment the time to join before the offer expires and price goes back to normal is starting to finish. And directly from here, there is the button to join in order to gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout process. So I really suggest that you go and check it out as soon as possible at transparentfxtrading.com. The link is also in the description and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you. And I will see you in my next breakdown.